Hello. Okay. Green lights are always a good sign. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to ONYX Pages. Um, Happy holidays, whatever you're celebrating. We celebrated, Tommy and I went over to my parents' house yesterday and we celebrated Christmas. And today is the first day of Kwanzaa. And so happy Kwanzaa. And day one is about unity. Um, So I haven't done any like specific Kwanzaa stuff yet this year, and I might. Hi, Cora Moods. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet because it's been an incredibly exhausting year, as my posting schedule will definitely demonstrate. Um, but I thought like holiday season is always a really nice time to kind of hang out a little bit online and to reconnect with folks. This is really annoying me. There we go. I just didn't want it like, it's this like lamp thing situation. There we go. I don't know. Who cares? Um, so the holiday season is a really cool time to just rest and do nothing and survive. And be cozy and wear onesies and stuff. So I'm really enjoying doing that. But I really miss posting. And I feel like I've made a lot of promises this year where I've said, like, I'm going to post, and then I haven't posted anything. I think I've only posted maybe 2 or 3 videos for all of 2025, which is ridiculous. But I have been reading and I want to do a couple of things if I can do them quickly online. But I wanted to tell you what I've read this year. And then also, as I do that, I thought I might think out loud and make some plans for videos that I would like to post before the end of the year while I have the time to do so. So I'm just going to open my day planner because I have a dedicated page in here where I have listed all the books that I've read for 2025, and you are going to get a bit of a sneak peek of that. Okay, so it looks like so far, because I intend to be reading a little bit more, but it looks like these are the books that I've read so far in 2025. The Lesson, I'm not going to remember everybody's name, but The Lesson by Cadwell Turnbull, Children of Blood and Bone, and then Children of Virtue and Vengeance, and then Children of Anguish and Anarchy, all by Tomi Adeyemi. I read Gingerbread by Helen Oyeyemi, These Ghosts Are Family by Macy Card, The Memory Librarian, which is the short story collection put together by Janelle Monáe, A Crown So Cursed, so the last of the Nightmareverse trilogy by L.L. McKinney, Skin by E.B. Zaboy, The Summer We Got Free, which was a reread for me, by Mia Mackenzie, Conjure Island by Eden Royce, All About Love, Bell Hooks, that's not Black science fiction and fantasy, but I did read that, Orleans by Sherry Smith, Yesterday is History by Kosoko. I forget Kosoko's last name. Kosoko Jackson. I've read I see your message, Core Moods. Let me just finish this and then I will get to it. I will respond to it. Thank you for it. Metatron's Children by Chi Ryan Spain. I have something that says and two, and I don't know what that is. Chocolate Chip City by debut novel by B. Stedwell. Let Us Descend Jasmine Ward, I want to say. Redemption in Indigo by Karen Lord. No Bad Parts, which is not Afrofuturism. The Body is Not an Apology, again, not Afrofuturism directly. The Reformatory by Tananarive Due. Lone Woman by Victor Laval. And I just finished today A Sky Full of Elephants by C.B. Campbell. Something Campbell. So it looks like so far, because I will be reading a few other books before the end of the year, it's looking like I might get to the 25 book mark for this year, which is surprising because I usually at my highest read like in the 30 range because I'm a fairly slow reader with a very busy life. And I read for comprehension and enjoyment and not for content creation. And so that means that I slow down and I really enjoy the books that I read as opposed to like force feeding it or just trying to get a lot of reading out for the purpose of content creation. And you might hear some judgment there, and that's only because I am being judgy. So I do think that the Booktube world, especially if you're wanting to be perceived as like popular and on top of things, it can be very easy to read based on views and subscribers as opposed to reading based on your mood and reading for edification, or what I call on this channel reading with purpose. So yes, thank you, Sibo Jackson. Okay, so it looks like I read about 24 books, and then I have a couple of other books that I want to read before the end of the year. So I've also started a novella by Eugene Bacon called Ngandwaniwe's something. It's in my purse, but it's a novella, and so far it's hilarious and amazing and satisfying. So I'll probably have that one read as well. Okay, so if you have any questions for me and you're watching, please feel free to ask them. As long as they're book related and not creepy, I'd be happy to respond. And I'm going to respond to Core Moods. You said no pressure, but I really miss getting recommendations because you are very specific in what you like, and those books are not mentioned a lot on Booktube. Thank you. Well, what would you like? What recommendation would you like? I love giving recommendations, so if you'd like one now, I'd be happy to give one to you. If you let me know your genre, your length, desired length, your mood, I will do my best to suggest some titles based on my own collection and what I've read. I'll do my best to do that now. Of the books that I've read this year that I am anticipating will be very high on my list, I would say, or at least authors that I want to talk more about, Helen Oyeyemi, Victor Laval, Eugene Bacon, and Tananarive Due. And then, I think I definitely did enjoy A Sky Full of Elephants, and there was something missing for me in the writing. And I definitely would love to talk more about that book because the premise was so interesting to me, but it didn't grip me like some of the books that I read this year. So yeah, those are some that I would say I read this year. I really like want to think a little bit more about what it is that the writers are doing that is just really speaking to me. Okay, so what I wanted to do on this video was to make a list of videos that I would like to record before the end of the year. So if you're watching this now and you have some requests for me, like videos you would like to see, I would love to hear from you in the chat right now. And I'd also love to hear from you if you're watching this in the replay in the comments below. So what I'm going to do is make a page in my reading journal, which is not in front of me because I'm not prepared. I'm going to get my reading journal, and then I'm going to make a list. And hopefully my reading journal will be like right behind me and easy to find. And I don't see it right this second. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is my like Melanin Eclectic reading planner. This one was an undated one, so I'm just very chaotic about my use of it. What I do is I just go to whatever month it is right now, and then I choose the next open page. So I'm going to go to December, but I probably have lists and stuff from past years. Oh, I don't have anything in December. That's good. Okay. So I've chosen a blank page in December, and I'm going to not be precious about this. I'm going to pull a marker and just write videos. Videos for 2025. At least what's left of it. Okay. I'm going to write down at least what's left of it. Okay. So I'll tell you the videos that I wanted to do this year, and you tell me what videos you're interested in. If I batch film, I'll probably be able to get through about 10. So, okay. So one video that I wanted to do was all the books I've read in 2025. And let me ask you something. Question number 1. Do you like rankings? Like, does it matter to you if I'm like, okay, I read 20 books and here they are all in order, or are you interested like in the top 10? You know, like, our rankings are important. Like, are you interested in the ordering of books, or are you more interested in the texture, like what I enjoyed? Because I've actually developed a whole review system, the Cowrie shell review system, that gets me sort of deep into them. And I feel like sometimes I'm not sure how interested folks are in the review system. But one video is all the books that I've read in 2025. And I see that just as a list and not ordered in any way. Okay. And then, so that's the first thing. The second one I wanted to do is a series of reviews. Now this is obviously not one video. It's probably about 15, but fairly short ones. And this would be the 7 Cowrie shell review for all the books I've read this year, at least all the Black science fiction and fantasy books. I'm already getting overwhelmed, but here we are. But once I was doing a staycation in downtown Toronto, and that's what I did. I just packed my clothes. I stayed in a really cute boutique hotel. I brought all my lights, and I just like recorded 12 videos in the hotel room, and it was great. It was such a nice way to go back into my books and stuff. So I might do something like that. So it doesn't take that long once you actually get to it. So, and especially if I'm really organized about it and very structured. So I might just do like a 7 Cowrie review of all the books I read this year. And I would probably put those out in 2026. I would just record them now because it's a lot. and I would want to spread out the content so you get a bit of a rhythm. Okay, so that's sort of the second idea. The third idea is a Kwanzaa Reflectathon video. I missed the Kwanzaa Reflectathon, and I kind of want to get back to it because if you're new here, you might not be aware, but when I started this channel, I started the Kwanzaa Reflectathon, which was a collaborative sort of, it's changed form over the years, but more of a collaborative video that has me reflecting on the actual themes of Kwanzaa, the 7 Kwanzaa principles, and identifying books that I read this year that fell under those principles. I like that. I think that's a really cool way to like focus on, you know, how you read with purpose in the past year, and maybe think about what you want to do in 2026. So I think I want to do that one, the Kwanzaa Reflectathon video, just one, all 7 principles in one video. Okay. Okay, then I have some, I want to do a tag video, and I've been meaning to do this for a while, and it's not a Booktube newbie tag. I started this channel in 2017, I want to say, and so I've had it for quite a bit, and I'd like to graduate into the, like, you know, I'm an old timer, not an OG, but I've been around for a while on the platform. And I think I'd like to reintroduce myself to the Booktube community in a different way. So I might try that. And I've also been extremely inspired by my friends Britney from Read with Melanin. And she has, for the past like year and a bit, has really like turned back to like producing regular content, and it's been really amazing to watch her channel grow and to hear her talk about books in the way that I really love talking about books, like, which is focusing on the actual books. And her main interest is Black fantasy, but she also reads science fiction and YA. And she's gotten into romance, which is amazing to see that, because she wasn't quite into romance like 3 or 4 years ago. So that's been really cool. So I want to do a video that just that talks about my evolving reading tastes and how that has been affected by the world around me. And maybe that is a read with purpose, how I read with purpose in 2025, right? So like 5 ways I read with purpose. I think I like that, actually. 5 ways I read with purpose. Then I definitely have a surprise, and it is a author spotlight, which I must do by the end of the year. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it is going to be amazing. It's about 90 minutes of footage, and that I recorded on location, excuse me, and it was great. So that is definitely something that I want to edit and get done and put up and publicize. So that is something that you will see. And then I'm also putting together an anticipated reads for 2026. Okay. So I think that's it. Okay. So I've got 1, all the books I read in 2025, 2, a 7 Cowrie Show review of all the books that I read, 3, Kwanzaa Reflectathon video, 4, not a Booktube newbie tag, 5, my evolving reading tastes, so how I read with purpose in 2025, 6, author spotlight, the secret author spotlight, 7, anticipated reads for 2026. So I think that's a lot. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to maybe I'll make a little message and then I'll put that in the description below so that you can comment on, which ones you're most interested in. And if there's anything that I've mentioned that you're just like, you know what, I would really love you to talk about this or have this particular question. I would also love to just do like a chatty series, not necessarily live, but something where I could answer a question that you've asked, and that could just be the video, right? So and so asked this question, kind of like an ask me anything about my reading or about my collection, and then we can go from there. So if that something like that would be interesting, maybe what I'll do is put that as ask me anything about books because people be creepy on the internet. So ask me anything about books, and then I will just answer the question. Okay, so before I end, let me just see if there's anything else I want to respond to. Okay, so see, core moods. I just started a channel a few months ago because another of the creators I love has not been posting. Oh, you started a channel? Oh my God. Hi, I didn't know it was you. I'm so happy that you did that. I'm going to check out your channel. Is your channel Core Moods? Because you were just so consistent and just wonderful. I really appreciate you. And I'm so happy that I know that you're you. So thank you. Okay, I will definitely check out your channel. What are you reading and what are you doing on your channel? Let me know, Core Moods. Luis Enrique Rosas, detailed diatribe on the world of sinners and the world of... Oh, why are you asking me this question? Yes, why are you asking me this question? Because, hold on, I just need to get rid of a little bot situation. 1 second. Yeah, I definitely want to talk about sinners 100%. Okay, so yes, I want to talk about sinners and I want to talk about Wicked. So, do you want to hear about sinners and do you want to hear about Wicked? Because I have to say, there is something, even though I don't really talk about movies on my channel, Sinners just blew me away. And there are a bunch of books that are not necessarily, like, it's obviously not the story of Sinners, but these books or Sinners reminded me of these books. I also rewatched Watchmen, and I feel like, well, first of all, Regina King is spectacular, so amazing. And I feel like there's something I want to say about Watchmen and Lovecraft Country and Sinners and just and I guess, yeah, like books that get me into that energy. So I wonder if it was like if you watched this movie and you really liked it, you could read this. So watched that question mark, read this. Would you want to watched that, read this? Let me put that down. Okay. That might be something. Okay. Watch that question mark, read this. That's kind of cute. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so Louise, detailed diatribe on the world of sinners and the world of ring shout. Okay, so my friend, first of all, I can't do that because I don't know that I would have I don't know that I could get into the details because that's a lot. And my brain is a magical place and I would get too caught up in the weeds. But I do think that if if I had some prompt questions, that might be really great. You know what I mean? I think I could try something like that. Yeah, let me try that. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. Sinners and Wicked would be amazing. Like, genuinely want to hear your thoughts. Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do, my friend, if you could, in the comments, so not in the chat, but once this video ends, in the comments, could you include some questions that you would want me to answer about Sinners and Wicked? Because I watched Sinners 3 times and I watched Wicked 3 times, and I have a lot to say and I don't really know where to start. And I'm pretty sure that those videos would be very popular because the movies are popular and because they have been nominated for Grammys. And I am a little bit intimidated, but I do want to talk about them 100%. So I don't want to overthink it, but yes, I would love to do. Wicked and Sinners for sure. There's so much to say. Oh my gosh. Okay. What else? Yeah, watch that, read this. Okay, cool. You heard it here because I haven't heard anybody do a like watch that question mark read this series. And you know how people like to steal on Booktube? So if you see it somewhere after today, just be like, I think ONYX pages talked about that. Maybe you should like tag her. Okay, so that's it, everyone. Thank you very much for watching and for participating. And I'm going to end this video now, but I will see you in the comments. And I'll also include some prompt questions in the comments so that you can comment. Okay. All right, everyone. Read with purpose. Happy holidays. And I'll see you in some future videos throughout the next week.